I think the gays will be out and about. Mara ke tla go botsa.
Yeah, definitely, because they'll be celebrating Beyonce's renaissance or renaissance.
Renaissance. It's Renaissance.
Fuck off.
It's Renaissance, not Renaissance.
Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode of this podcast with myself, your regular host, and the burden that is my co-host.
Oh, please. Hi, guys. Hope you guys have been good.
You know, I always tell the truth. With me, I believe honesty does not break any form of relation, and the first step to loving someone is to being honest with them. And I'm always honest with you, and that you can always count on. I speak the truth.
Oh my God, Lebohang, I don't need your honesty at this point. Please, I need you to lie to me. Like once, lie to me, please.
I can't lie. That'll be acting out of character. I can't do that. That is not a strong point of mine.
Get sure, man.
It sounds like jealousy to me.
It is. It definitely.
Yeah, it shows. It definitely shows. But how are you, my friend?
I'm okay. Dreading my birthday, which is in the next few days.
What are you dreading your birthday? Out of curiosity,
you know.
For stats keeping, why are you dreading your birthday?
No, I'm not gonna say it. No, it's really it's gonna be a big day for me.
I spy with my little eye.
It's gonna be a big day
starting with the letter. Again, I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shut up. But besides that, I'm on leave, so thankfully.
You're always on leave. Where are you getting leave days?
I have a connect to HR. So please email.
I've been with that plantation that I'm at for almost a year, and I think I'm only sitting on like 11 or 12 leave days, and I think I've only taken 2 so far. And it just doesn't add up how you're always on leave every month, and yet I'm even too scared to take like 1 or 2.
There are different types of leaves. I'm always on sick leave because I'm sick.
Also, at the end of the day, it counts as leave. I feel like one of us did not read their employment contract, and it's definitely not me.
Right now I'm on annual leave, so I'm enjoying my annual days. Please.
When are you going back to work?
On the 10th of August. So I'm here for like 2 weeks. I'm on leave for the next weeks or so.
Wow.
So that's that. But again, I'm annoyed because work keeps on calling me. For the past 2 days, they've been calling me, asking me to reply or to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, guys, leaving. I'm on leave for a reason, not to work.
Why are you not why are you not ignoring them?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I can say I just don't know why. But literally, I just answer and I reply to what I need to reply. I think I need to delete the Outlook app on my phone as well. I think that would make things easier.
Or just like switch off the data for the app.
No, it is switched off. The issue is that I log in and check my emails. It's a habit. It's a habit. So
okay, so you're definitely the problem. It's not even the app at this point. It's just you enforcing boundaries on yourself, which is an issue for you. So
please, I'm trying.
Are you really?
You know, boundaries are an issue when it comes to me. I'm trying. Don't try.
No, definitely.
So please don't drag me, please. But I'm okay. I'm getting the rest that I need, and I'm catching up on series. So I've been chilling. I've been good.
Must be nice. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Can't relate. I can't relate.
Please, you knock off at 11 a.m. Please.
I mean, yeah, it's not enough hours in my day. I feel like if I worked only for 2 hours, I'd be the happiest person on this planet. But even the hours that I work right now, it's still a lot of hours. And also, I still have gym after work. So I think I feel that counts as part of duties of my own occupation, because I have to look good to be able to do my work. And looking good forms part of my work. sort of like it's like adjacent to my work. So
Mm,
the hours I spend at the gym surely should count for something, I believe. I don't know.
I guess so.
Yikes.
You going to the gym is a choice, Papa. You could literally come back from home and come
You're
back
just
from
saying that because you don't have access to one.
because I don't need one yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't need one yet. I
Okay.
don't need a
You're
gym.
pushing 30, but okay.
Oh, bitch. Excuse me.
Turning 30 on the 30th.
No, no. I am turning 21. 21. See,
21 for the 10th time this year. Okay. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
I'm turning 21. I'm sticking to it. Whatever you say, I don't read. I don't read the comments. I don't read the comments. I'm turning 21.
But yeah, guys, welcome to the show. And one of the first segments that we've introduced to the show is highlights, where we basically talk about things that stood out during the last time we spoke. And hopefully we'll be consistent because consistency is not something I major in. Give me full pause, I will excel, but consistency mark me absent. What has been the highlight of your week?
Going to leave. Literally going to leave has been the highlight of my week because before I leave, I had a big. Oh, that was an issue at work that I had to deal with. I was just like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. I need to go away. I need to like have like a rest, DJ. So the highlight of my
By
week was
firing,
literally-
did you fire someone?
oh no, someone almost got fired, and
Oh,
I
okay.
and I had to step in. I'm like, no, guys, it was a mess. It was a mess. The client was unhappy, and ooh, my boss was on my neck. Someone almost got fired, but I mean, they're still there, so yay.
But I mean, you're on leave, but you still reply to work emails. How are you? How are you exactly supposed to be enjoying your leave if you're still doing, like, crisis management and risk mitigation when you are supposed to be on leave? I don't get that. You guys are too good for your jobs, honestly. If I'm on leave, be it sick leave, annual leave, or any form of leave, I'm impossible to contact. I will genuinely hang up if you try to call me and I can see you're my colleague. I don't care if you try to check up on me. I don't care if the building is on fire and everybody else is filing, I don't know, retrenchment forms or whatever. Whatnot. I could not give two fucks, half a fuck, one fuck, a midget fuck. Could not never be me. I'm not coming until you see me return as per promise, or unless if I fall sick after my sick leave, out of which you will receive communication, and then that'll be it. You will not hear from me. No, absolutely not, because we spend so much of our time and committing to these companies, and while being underpaid, overworked, and then you still expected to show up on the days where you're just trying to show up for yourself, and you've put in leave of absence because you can't show up for the work that you've been contracted to. You guys are too nice. Honestly, you guys are. This is probably why I can't keep a job and a man, but that's not the point.
That is definitely the point. Listen, we've established that I have a boundary issue, right? And I'm
Okay.
working on it, especially with work,
Mm.
because I've got medical insurance. They do the most. But I'm working on it, and
That's fine.
and yeah, I'll improve, guys. I'll do better. I'll definitely do better. Don't worry.
No,
From tomorrow, I'm not answering any work calls or anything. I'm not checking the app up until the 10th of August.
look
I,
at you.
I swear
You
on
know
the
what that is called?
growth.
Fake growth.
You
Because you
just
will not commit. But congratulations, happy birthday.
excuse me. I can commit, please.
Uh, yeah, it's that's what I needed. That laugh, that confirmation to say that I'm fooling myself, and I hope I can fool you too. That's all I needed to hear. But yeah, my highlight of the week definitely has been the little fights I have in the taxis on my way to work. And because that's the only time I take a taxi on my way to work. Other than that, I don't go anywhere. But you see how in a taxi there's like this seat behind the driver where like there's like it seats like four passengers and whatnot, and then the
Yes.
rest are like three passengers. If it's not like, yeah, they're three passengers, right? So I always have an issue with the ladies that sit on the seat behind the driver and behind the person in the front seat. So earlier on in the year, there was a time where I can't remember where I was going, and there was a there was a miscommunication with regards to giving the distribution of change. And I think I was at fault at that, right? So I was passing around money, and then this lady that was sitting behind the taxi driver, they're like self-appointed deputy driver, and they always have so much to say. Meanwhile, they don't even know their accelerator from their clutch. But anyway, neither here nor there. So this lady was sitting behind the taxi driver, and she said that she's tired of passing around money. And I asked her a question from the very back because I was sitting in the back seat. I was like, then why are you sitting behind the driver if you don't want to pass anything back? You should have come and sat in the back with me. And then she kept quiet, sharp. I love it when they keep quiet because they always have so much to say and they don't think someone is going to say something back. When was it? On Saturday. I was scheduled in for work. So on Saturday, I catch a taxi to work. And then there was the front seat. The front seat was empty, and it was the only seat left. So I go sit in the front seat. I don't mind the front seat because a bitch is smart. Okay, a bitch is well learned. Although I felt maths, it was pure maths, so it doesn't. I still do. I still know my multiplications, divisions. Botmas.
I guess so.
I wear glasses, bitch. I know everything. Anyway, so the whole taxi pays with like 100 Rand notes, and I'm the only one sitting there with like the exact amount of how much the taxi costs. So I'm like, fine, I hustle for a change in the taxi twice, right? And then the last time where I asked for a change, this lady sitting behind me, self-appointed deputy driver, she's like, I'm passing you change and you're asking me for more change. I was like, ooh, good morning. It's mind you, it's 6 a.m. It's 6 bloody fucking a.m. No one is in the bloody fucking mood. We all had to leave our dark feather duvets. We had to leave our electric blankets. We had to leave, a very, very comfortable space where it was warm and well lit. And now we have to deal with your stank attitude. So I turn around and I'm like, so why are you sitting here then? If you don't want to pass around change, you don't want to assist in any way, why are you not sitting in the back seat? Because if you're sitting here, it means you're willing to help. It's like, when you board a plane and you sit in those back seats next to the door and they ask you, in case of an emergency, are you willing to assist? You can't just like put yourself first. You have to assist everybody else because you're sitting next to the emergency door, right? It's more or less like that.
Yeah.
Why it's an unspoken agreement that if you're sitting in the front, like behind the driver, you're bound to pass money around. Like, you are the first point of contact from the assistant cashier because the driver is the main cashier, the assistant cashier who's sitting next to the driver, and then you guys at the back, you just like, additional stuff. So I'm like, then why are you sitting here then? And I was like, you're sitting here, you're so pressed, you're so mad. Why are you mad? Tell me, why are you mad? She sat there, fixed her face, and just and looked ahead. But it's like, exactly, just as I thought. If you didn't want to switch up change, if you didn't want to pass anyone money, you should have sat at the back. Do that next time. And she kept quiet for the rest of the trip. And the driver was so pleased with me. You could tell he's pleased, but he didn't want to say it. It wasn't the way he acted. But it's like, listen, I'm very happy with your conduct. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed exercising that because people get so comfortable in a public space. And one day I will buy a car, but until I do, you guys will be dealing with me in the taxis. Honestly.
On a Saturday morning was part.
Imagine we are all pissed. We are all unhappy that we have to be somewhere at ungodly hours, and you want to be. But again, when you got to like you want to be held like a baby, like you're fragile, like an egg, that a chicken just farted. No, man, don't do that. Not in somebody else's mode of transport. You don't do that. You don't go around to just throwing your power everywhere. No.
Mara always careful, because but
bold of you to think I can't fight. I feel like people have this misconception that I can't fight. I don't fight because I black out when I fight. So anything can happen. So that's why I avoid fighting. But it doesn't mean I won't whoop your ass, given the chance. I will. It's just that I probably will wake up in jail. And I don't want to do that.
And now we have to bail you out.
Meanwhile, all my friends are broke. So I know I'm sleeping in jail for a couple of days, if not months. So I'm fine. So that's why I don't fight at all. But anyway, Apartheid, forget that. That's over. That's cancelled. Another big highlight for me was definitely Bonang, the gift that keeps on giving, Mateba, when she put Natim Teta in his place. I mean, I feel like she could have done worse, but being the courteous and very what do they ba reng ka Sekgowa? Motho a tshwereng gabotse, being the queen that she is, she just kept to like a few words. But honestly, I feel like ministers in this country deserve to be dragged across railways, across electric fences, across shark-infested waters, crocodile-infested waters, hippos at that, and through lion sanctuaries and all of that. They deserve all of that, and that was kudos, and also congratulations to Banyana Banyana. I was not watching the game because I don't understand soccer, but yeah, she's really the gift that keeps on giving. When she told the minister where to get off, that was
She
that
was
was that was a sermon to me. It reminded me of church. It
she
took
was
me to
confident.
church. Ka tsatsi la boraro man, go tletse bomme ba thapelo. And it was a sermon on sermon, like women filled.
Because you don't go to church.
You are negative energy. Anyway, as I was saying, Wednesday service where women are frustrated because their husbands are cheating with 3 other women, and they just found out that the pastor also has a concubine, and it's just anger-filled prayer as well as worship, and you can feel it stemming from your kidneys, rising into your lungs, through your esophagus, and then your throat, through all your nostrils and steaming through your ears. That was life giving. I enjoyed that. I loved that. And thank you to the Queen. Really appreciate her. Love her work.
I need her to keep it up. I need her to continue doing the Lord's work.
Honestly,
Every single time when Nati tweets, Bonang should be on top of him. Even today,
until he stops tweeting. That's just it. Because that stunt he tried to pull with the flag, that was not it. That was,
was the
wow.
flag and the thingy, the orchestra thingy as well. I thought today on
What
the
happened
news.
with the orchestra? What orchestra situation?
No, he wants a national orchestra as well for like 22 million, I think.
For
Yeah, for 22 million, literally.
is Julius Sipuma dead?
Julius, no.
Are the whole members of the Soweto String Quartet dead? Why do we need a
national one? Nati wants a national orchestra, and for 22 million at that. By the way,
South African primary schools as well as high schools do not have sufficient funds to keep sports programs running. We have athletes that have to support themselves up until they qualify for nationals, and eventually the Olympics. And he wants to invest in an orchestra.
yes,
We don't even have sufficient funding alone in the arts. Has he been to the Market Theatre? The Market Theatre could use a great revamp, and nothing. I don't see anything being done. We could use like a really huge center point where people like singers like Adele can come and perform, because they don't bring any dancers. It's just her and a mic, and that's the biggest performance you're gonna get for the night. We can get artists like those perform, like something akin to the Royal Albert Hall. We can use such a center, but
nope.
What is he doing about that? Yet he wants a national. Oh my God, that man is dizzy. He's not wearing those glasses for vibes. Like, he has a missing brain and sense. There's no way.
Nati wants to spend money, guys. He wants to spend money and doesn't know how to spend it. And try by guys, give us this much of money, please, for XYZ, which is pointless. I want a flag, I want an orchestra, and but the real things that need money, nope, IDK.
So not just that, I feel like these people have never met duties of their occupation. Like, they've never met their job description, what's expected of them, what is within their powers and what isn't. I feel like none of them have seen it. It was just, my friend, what are you doing this weekend? Okay, we need a minister of arts and culture. Can you fill in that space? It's like, yeah, sure. For how long? I can clear my schedule for like 4 years. Sharp, good enough. Let's do it. I feel like that is the conversation that happens. You don't even get to see your contract. It's just sign on the dotted line. Don't need to read. It's just for, for record keeping. And I wouldn't even be surprised if a contract of employment doesn't even exist between him and the state. Anything is possible with the ANC. Anything is fucking possible, and I'm over it.
I know that they had when Cyril came into power, he spoke about these performance thingies, right? That performance review, that he's gonna review every minister after so much. But since Cyril came in, those have never been done at all. So again, that's pointless.
Cyril is like that. Cyril is like that manager in corporate that twerks and twirls every time there is a Caucasian manager on the floor. They will make all these promises, and then when it comes to delivery, it's lights out. Doesn't recall what they said or what they meant. It's living in this country, guys.
Cyril is always shocked, but Cyril doesn't know what's happening in the country. Cyril has him, guys. Cyril's just the president for vibes. That's it. It was on his bucket list, guys. He doesn't need this job. He doesn't need it. He's just like, I could do this. Let me do it.
Truly, it was probably an answer he answered in sub A when he was asked what he wants to be as when he grows up, and he was like a president, and also I want to fish, and he achieved fishing, and then went on to become a president, and now we are suffering because he had a dream. Yo.
Guys. It's a lot.
But anyway, guys, that's just it for the highlights. It's already got into halfway through the show. I don't even think we have enough time for the topic at hand. But sorry, guys, we had a lot to say. We definitely had a shitload to say. But yeah, moving on to today. Today we're talking about friend of a friend. A friend of a friend, Shamima Ichomi, Umgani Wamgani, and where do we draw boundaries, and how do we establish the terms, limitations of relation, and all those nitty-gritties. That's what we're talking about. Do you have friends of yours that are friends with each other, and that are friends with other friends of yours that are within your circle of friends?
Yeah. I do.
Well, besides me, I'm cool with everybody. I'm fine. Like
no, you're not.
Like,
no, you're not.
I'm what Jhené Echo aspires to be. If Jhené Echo's next tattoo should be my face, because I am aspirations, I am goals, and she needs to come to terms with that.
Stop lying. You're not. You are not. Stop lying.
Your responses right now are fueled by jealousy, and I'm going to light a candle for you before I sleep, and just pray for you because you are obviously lost.
There's a friend of mine that
big world, but you got it, baby.
There's a friend of mine that you don't like, so stop lying.
What?
Exactly.
No, that's not true. That's a lie.
Yes, sure.
That's not entirely true.
It's not
he's not like in the list of like top 100 people in your life that I like. I mean, he's not even in the top 1,000. But like to say I don't like him, it's such a strong way of putting it, and I feel like it overshadows the truth. It's complicated. Okay. It's complicated. It's not the whole thing.
Okay, let's leave it. But yeah, I do have friends. I think it's you and Lucas and Ratanang and who else? Who's in the same group? I'm trying to think.
Ratanang Bestie, please. I love that girl.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I have like how many groups of friends? I think I have like 2 groups of friends. 2 groups of friends. Yes, that's it. And they're all.
But also, I feel like the people that you just mentioned, you met them through me. And which literally supports the fact that I am positive vibes. I'm literally positivity. I am positive vibration. If you had to like put my vibrations in a packet and sell them, I'd be the rose vibrator.
Okay.
Just multiple orgasms all around. The minute you touch me, you just get filled with beautiful nostalgia and all your senses open because what? Your boy is positivity. Yes, it is I.
I can show my friend, but okay.
We do have friends that we share common friends with.
Yes.
And as friends, we do get to a point where either be it our lows or highs, and we tend to be very selective in who we tell the information to within the circle of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have a ranking in your friends to be like, if I was to experience something very important, this is how it must trickle down, or it's just whoever knows because they're all my friends.
Yeah. The thing is, it's whoever comes to mind first at that point, and then tell them, and then it just trickles down. So if something happens and you come to mind, I'll let you know. Something happens and Koketo comes to mind, I'll let her know. Something happens and someone else comes to mind, I'll let them know. So it's not that I have to tell this one first before everyone. No. And again, it also depends what's happening, you know? Again. If for an example, especially with us, if I get my clothes, I'm gonna come to you first. No, I'm not gonna go to the other guys because they don't
Oh,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah, so it depends really what exactly is happening. But everything else, men, boys, family, I just tell if whoever comes to mind first.
But given what you just said, right? Do
Mm.
you not feel like it also to a degree? So, say something significant happens in your life today, and then you choose to tell Tabang, because Tabang was within reach in that moment. And
Yeah.
then the following day it happens, and then you choose to tell Freddie or Fred, right? Because he was within reach. Do you not feel like tomorrow or the next day it'll create some sort of overextension, or how they see themselves or value them, or how they think you value them in your life? Like it somewhat creates delusions of grandeur to say that no, I'm the most valued friend. If there is ever such a time where someone feels like they are more valued than your other friends, how do you address that? Is it something that gets addressed, or do we just like ignore it because from people are allowed to be delusional, or do we address it and nip it in the bud so people can avoid disappointments?
I don't know because I haven't experienced a friend of mine feeling that they are the most valued or treasured friend. I think I make all of my friends feel valued and treasured in my way or in their own way. That you would just because I didn't tell you something, you won't feel like I've neglected you or you are less of a friend. I think all of my friends understand, Hori, in life things happen and sometimes you won't know as soon as they happen. You'll know after a month or so, like, oh, something happened. Like, oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay. Then I catch you up, and then it ends there. And again, guys, it's Badala. So I don't. I can sure, man. I can sure. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that honestly. I don't think any of my friends, maybe get wrong, but I don't think literally any of my friends thinks they are lesser than someone else. I don't think Koketso would think she's lesser than Hector or Lebgang lesser than Rotanang or vice versa. They all know the place and it's number one, everyone. Lying.
Also, I feel like I can't even afford to be mad if you didn't tell me anything, because it takes me about 7 to 14 working days to return a text or a phone call. And
Exactly.
I know you sent me a voice note about your weight loss like a week or two back, and I still have not listened to it because
You see? So I know that you guys also have your own lives that you guys live. And sometimes you guys are not available for that particular thing or what I'm trying to tell you and all of that. But I mean guys Vadala. And as long as you know that Devalo loves me and Devalo has shown that he loves and values me, that should be enough. That's because Devalo
I don't
didn't
know
say,
about that. Like, I can't remember the last time you told me you love me. I mean, I know we are friends, and like, you of all people know, like, even if I want to vent, it's always I'm talking and you're not saying anything. And then once I'm done venting, we move on to other things. And like, it has never happened. I don't like doing emotions with my friends because I don't know. I just feel like, and I understand that honesty breeds intimacy, and in friendships and be it platonic, romantic, or whatnot, there needs to be some level of honesty so that you guys can have a shared, intimate idea of exactly what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I don't remember the last time you told me you love me. It's just not that I'm being emotional about it or anything, but it's just like you're turning 30 soon and you haven't told me that, like, you love me, and I'm just
I think I did tell you on the group that I, well, I didn't tell you
in the
specifically,
group.
but it's only
How
you.
was I supposed to know it was dedicated at me?
How many people are in this group, Lebrun?
There's five of us.
No, the other group. There's the other group. You see now.
Oh, oh yeah,
It,
there's three of us.
exactly. There's three of you guys, of us. Now, excluding me, I said I love
What
you.
if you were talking to your ancestors or the ghosts?
No.
All of you three, all of us three see things and we hear things. So you can't just say things and not say exclusively who you are saying them to.
Hey, but Mamudim, I said I love you guys. You guys meaning
You
you.
see, you didn't say me. You said guys. So that Inalebu is Tembu. Inale, yeah, it's very KZN based. I'm not
You.
sure how I feel about that.
Okay, okay. So I now know next time I'll at you. I'll
Yes,
say.
thank you, because I'm very important. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wow. You see what I deal with on a daily basis.
That's a lie. I'm not always like this, guys. It's just that he brings out the worst in me. And I'm
Mm,
literally a cool girl. I'm a cool girl, you know?
okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm the type, yeah, baby, I'm gonna go out with the boys for 4 weeks. It's like, yeah, no, it's fine. You'll come back when you come back. A cool girl. And I'm a very chill person.
Said no one
But
else.
back back to the topic at hand, right? And now, say you decide to something significant or something very, very personal happens in your life,
Mm,
and you disclose to Tabang, right?
mm-hmm.
Hypothetical. I don't even know if there's such a person as Tabang in any of our circles, but
No.
you decide to disclose to Tabang, and you and Tabang have a mutual friend who, his name, for argument's sake, it's Hammond, right?
Yeah.
Don't laugh. It's the quickest name I can think of. I deal with Australians all day, so it's the best I could do.
Ooh.
So, are there codes, or is there like a code of conduct that has to be adhered to when you disclose a matter in confidence to a friend? Are they allowed to pass it on to your other friends, or is it kept between you guys until you are comfortable? And also, is there like a degree of discussions or conversations that can be disclosed and those that cannot?
No. If I tell you something and I don't want to say I forget to tell Ratana, and you guys then discuss it. Oh, double said 1, 2, 3. I don't see it as a problem. I genuinely don't see it as a problem that you told her before I tell her. It's genuinely not an issue unless I say do not tell Ratana. Then that's where obviously I would say good day. I'm telling you this. Don't tell anyone. But
You know what my Afrikaans teacher once told me.
mm,
My Afrikaans meneer. What he once told me. That's the only Afrikaans I have left in me. He once said that the best way to keep a secret is to tell the person that it's not a secret. The minute you tell them, do not tell anyone, then it creates this psychological urge to distribute whatever they just heard.
I mean, yes, that is true, but not with my friends. As far as I know, I've told them things. I'm like, guys, I'm only telling you this, so don't tell people this. And
Yeah,
it,
well, I mean, you tell us a lot.
wow,
I'm sorry.
wow,
I'm so sorry. My mind just went back to a very dark time, at Imbizo Shisanyama, and yeah. But yes, if you say something in confidence,
yo, all right.
I'm gonna be a better person tomorrow.
This is not a
Today's the
funny matter.
last day. I'm gonna be a very better person tomorrow. I promise you.
This is not a funny matter. Please stop laughing.
No, it's never. It's never. It's not never that. No, I just.
Wow. So listen, if I say, Lebgang, I'm telling you this, do not tell this person. I trust that you won't tell that person, right? Hence, I'm saying do not tell this person. But if you go and tell that person, I get then it's a house or a house. As I'm saying in that with my circle of friends, if I say do not tell Lebgang this, the person I'm telling won't tell Lebgang. But if I don't say that, and if they do tell Lebgang, then that's still fine. That's it's not a problem. But if I'll make a group and tell all of you guys once, guys, so I'm getting married tomorrow. So you guys know, all of you guys know that I'm getting married tomorrow, and that it ends there.
That's a very terrible example because that may never happen. But continue. I mean, you're the one who said you don't believe in marriage and you don't want to get married. I mean, I'm not like prophesying over your life or anything. I'm just recalling what you said.
I don't remember saying that.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
I don't remember saying that.
Obviously, I'm the problem. I'm the one who's lying.
Yeah.
That's okay. I feel like you have a beautiful, beautiful. I'm including me. You have a very beautiful circle of friends because in that, but also it's I think it's just it speaks to the type of circle you keep and the type of people you keep within your circle, and if you guys are able to keep matters between you guys, or if you say it to someone and then someone says it to the next person in the group, it still does not. It's not deemed or viewed as a security threat.
Yes.
And I think that's beautiful. But I also, in the same light, I have friends who confide in me a lot. Actually, not just friends, but I have a shitload of people who confide in me. For some odd reason, people trust me with their deepest secrets, and it's the wildest thing. And this one time, I was out drinking, and then someone confessed the murder to me, and it was. I can't vividly remember the details, but I do remember that someone was confessing that they had murdered someone or along those lines. And I was drunk and I kept it moving. And then only the following day I was like, yo, okay. And then while we were chilling, recollecting what happened last night, like how when we come back from Groove, we sit around in a circle in the morning, very throw and everything. And then we discuss what happened last night, right? As well as into the morning. And I would let my friends know, like, okay, fine. This, that, the third happened, and like I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, And of course you
hold on. Are you saying that a crime happened and you know about it and you kept quiet?
I mean, I can't recall the most part, like what exactly happened. I can't even remember who told me because I was so lit. It was like karaoke night. Alcohol was flowing deep in the heart of Fourways, and someone felt very warm and cozy towards me, and then they decided to confess all their gruesome crimes. And I can't recall exactly how it happened, but they did, and we moved on. And I buried that a long time ago. It was sometime last year, and I'm only recalling it now, and I don't know why. This is taking away from my point, man, which I was trying to get to the fact that I have people who disclose such things. We do not have boundaries to say, listen, you can go forth and discuss this. But even if I was to discuss it with the next friend, because we do not have that agreement to say what you say to me stays in this room. So, this is Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Unless if it happened between my thighs and I'm taking my thighs outside of Vegas, then that obviously when I open my thighs, it opens up to the rest of the world. So that is not the case. But if I do have friends, not if I do, but I actually do have friends who make it very clear that, listen, I'm disclosing this to you because I trust you and you're my safe space. At no point in your life, regardless of how excited you get or how much free alcohol you get, you cannot say this to the next person. And I've managed to keep that to myself because I respect that as people and as my friends, we're very different and we want different things, man, from friendships. And sometimes we really just want another part of ourselves, which could be our friends, to confess to and disclose certain sensitive subjects to, and
Mm.
not have that be told to them as like a hypothesis, So I get that. I get that. I get that. And yeah, I really don't blame you for having trouble with boundaries. We also enable it as your friends, I believe. I think so, honestly.
Tell me more.
No, you don't pay me enough. You don't even pay me at all.
I pay you
This
with
is
love. Pay
this
you
is
with
not one of those.
it's okay.
With your friends' partners, do they also count as friends of the circle? Because we have this general perception that our friends' partners are not here to stay because it has happened before. So there is a record where you have long-standing relationships with your friends, but then when it comes to other people, such as the people you choose to date, it doesn't last. At most, probably a year or two. But then after that, it's crumbs, and then we start over again. When it's good for your friends, do those people now count also as friends of the circle?
No, those people are my partner's friends. Ifellamo, yes, we might have fun together, drink together if you're all of us affiliated, but after we are just you are just my friend's partner.
So what happens now? Say you are at Groove, and then you see your friend's partner from across the room, and they're chilling by themselves, and you're with your circle of friends. Do they get invited over? Do you just go say hi and leave it at that?
Being the nice person that I am, I'll
Yeah,
go.
but when I must tell my friend, I know you were not a social worker with all your resources. This is why I don't like your other friend. It's because your friend doesn't know when to stop taking, and when because of Father Christmas, you're always giving, and it's just like you either want to stop or want to stop it for you. And another example of this was when what happened the last time we saw your friend, how they just invited themselves over into our space. See, I'm always right. I'm good vibes. But anyway, yes, you were saying?
I'm saying that I would go over and be like, "Hi, what do you want? Come join
And
us."
give them a cold hug and be like, we should do lunch.
No, I'm like, come join with my group of friends and just sit there and then get out. But whilst you're sitting there, I'm gonna text my friend like, "Why am how one? Where are you? What's happening?" And then I'm like, "Why is so and so at Groove by themselves? Where the f are you? What's
Oh
happening?
my God.
What's happening? How?" But obviously, I wouldn't leave you to sit by yourself. I wouldn't leave them to sit them by themselves.
Yeah.
That would never be nice. So I'll be like, come over, but I'll still keep them at a distance. Yeah, Dulamo, just be safe.
What a
And,
difficult.
and it's gonna end there. That's it. Nje. If
Yeah.
nothing else. I just wouldn't treat them as my friends. I'm like, I could see that much, and I battle my heart again. So no, you're a cool person. Yes, I mean, two of my friends have had their partners for the longest time, and I'm cool with their partners. We are cool. I'll see them like, you're good, cool, sharp, and then it ends there. It won't
Mhm.
go. It won't go anywhere further because it's not supposed to go anywhere further. If I bone, that's it. Same way, Libona. Ooh, ooh, trigger. Yeah, cancel. Yep, nothing. Oh yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Mm,
I said
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for not saying anything. Thank you so much.
Naturally, of course.
Thank you.
And then what happens now when you try to link the group, much as like you see your friend's partner chilling there, and you try to just for warmth's sake, just like come chill with us, share a couple of
Mhm.
laughs. But then what happens when you try to mix your other circle with your other circle together, and they just don't gel?
Oh, that's a problem. That might be a problem. Every single time when I go out, I'm either going out with this group of friends or that group of friends. It has never happened whereby these ones would mix. It has never
How would you notice that these ones won't mix, sir? Because whenever we are out with you, you become hottest property on the floor. how would you even see it? Everybody wants to give you a hug because you're the tallest person. Remember, you also just get greeted, and then the rest of us get ignored because you're the tallest person in the room.
Yes.
How would you notice
That,
exactly?
that it doesn't happen. People, when people greet me, they also greet you guys.
No,
I
that's a lie. That's a lie.
Okay,
That's a lie.
I
You
do
know
not.
it, and you're
Let
just
me,
saying this because
let,
people are listening, but
let
I'm
me
not going to cut this part out because you are lying, and I need people to know that you're a liar.
let me say this. I've never seen anyone greet me and then don't greet you guys. I've never seen.
That guy who greets you only and then doesn't greet everybody else, we've spoken about you. We've spoken
Wow,
about this.
wow.
The guy who walks into Groove and then finds all four of us. And then that guy will only greet you. Meanwhile, you are in the middle of everybody, and he will literally just skip over us and just greet you, ask how you're doing, hold you however way, and then leave. Like
It only happened once. I think he was drunk, so it's
no,
a
it
pause.
happened also at Shakers. What do you mean?
My God. Yeah. Can you just stop it? Stop.
Woo-wee.
Once.
Okay.
Only happened once, and they were drunk, and yeah, and I said sorry on their
But are
behalf.
they ever sober though?
It's at Groove. Who's sober at Groove? Please, that's
Well,
not
I
fair.
mean, I'm sober
Who's
on Sundays.
where where? So, it happened once, and that was a long time ago. Please, that was a literally long time ago.
No, sis, that was like 2 months ago. 3 months ago.
Okay, this is it's pointless. We won't go anywhere. I am right. I am
Because you
right.
don't like the truth.
I am right. You are wrong. Lepang, not that you don't remember properly. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's leave it for now. We'll discuss it when it happens. So it won't happen even again. It won't happen even again. So it's done. It's done.
I just.
Same, same feeling. Same. I also feel the same way.
You know what? It's fine, guys. It's fine. But yeah, I just want to say that when it comes to friends, right? Friends are different, and it's very important to establish exactly how each person likes to be handled and what type of you know spaces or conversations they would like to be a part of, and which spaces wouldn't like to be a part. Like with me, I know I remove myself from a lot of situations or places where I know I'm not going to be comfortable in, so I don't ruin anybody else's fun. So I'd rather stay at home. And when I do tell you something, I generally don't care what goes out and what doesn't because I believe my life is an open book. But I do know that there are friends of mine that if they tell me something, it stays there, it doesn't go anywhere, right? And I'm not going to go all trigger happy chappy and then the next thing I'm updating hypothetical statuses or updates on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and it starts to sound like a sub or it starts to sound like I was hacked because I'm portraying or relaying someone else's ideas, So I
Mm,
respect
mm,
that, and I do believe and trust that we are all different and we believe in different things, and I think that's what makes us friends. Is because we are all very different. We believe in very different things, and we stand for very different things as well. So yeah, I totally hear that. So friends of our friends are friends, but with limitations, I believe. You wouldn't want me divulging all your deepest and darkest secrets with just any Tom, Dick, Mary, and Joseph that I meet out there. And then it's just we bonding over your trauma. But also it's a thing of respecting my friends' emotions and how they'd feel if they found out that now I was going on tour with your secrets and things that really made you comfortable or things that you told me at a vulnerable state. But also, it's also important to acknowledge that people are different, and you will have different friends within your circles that differ and that will not tolerate each other. But for the sake of you, they will sit next to each other. But don't force those people to be together because you're working on a friction that will ignite one day with just a simple spark, and you will not be able to resurrect whatever would have combusted. And I'm a strong advocate for people are different and people stand for different things and all of that. But yeah, in closing, what would you like to say? Because we almost said we're approaching an hour now, and
So,
hey,
so,
this is
so
probably the
it's
longest episode we've ever had.
again with obviously people being different and stuff. I want to understand this. If a group of friends are not let's say they don't gel well together, right? As you asked. Now, what happens if I have a party that I have to invite my friends over? Now, do I choose and select who to invite or not who to invite because my friends don't gel together? Or do they put those things aside and do it for me? Or what happens then? What happens then, Will?
See, that is the thing. That is the thing, Tabalo. Are you asking people to betray themselves? But not just betray themselves, but also for your sake, go into spaces that they know they're not going to be comfortable in, or go into spaces where it'll be fresh traumas created, places where they know they will not feel wanted or needed for the sake of you. Is that the kind of conditions you want to subject your friends to?
No, of course not.
Well,
Even
I
if
think it's just extend the invite to everybody. Whoever doesn't show up, and whoever shows up shows up. Also acknowledge that people show up for different reasons and people don't show up for different reasons. And but at the end of the day, it's not even about themselves. And you might view it as it's about you if you're a narcissist. But how about you ask, okay, what would be the reason for you not coming? And sometimes people lie to protect you, because people value you, and sometimes we can't really take the truth as such. And sometimes the truth has been hinted in so many ways that you still missed it. So rather, at this point, you're a lost cause. So extend the invite to everybody else. Whoever pitches will pitch, and whoever pitches or doesn't pitch doesn't pitch. And if you value each other's friendships, you're not going to hold it against them. You'll understand why they didn't pitch. And them not showing up, I feel like friends should have some level of honesty to say that, listen, if I'm unable to show up for you for a certain event or for a certain, it doesn't mean I think less of you. It doesn't mean I love you less. It just means that whatever it is that was going on, it wouldn't have been conducive for me. It would have been conducive for you. So for the interest of everybody else involved, rather this, that, the third. I don't think I don't believe that everything is black and white. I believe more in the gray area more than anything, because the gray area, that's where you get to understand why people just say no sometimes, and a no is a full sentence. Because if they were to elaborate on the story, it will make you uncomfortable and you will regret ever asking. And sometimes it's things you cannot reverse. So how about extend it to everyone?
Yeah.
Whoever is able to come,
then whoever comes,
doesn't come.
Okay, that sounds fair enough. Okay.
To a degree, but also if you're going to choose to be childish, go choose to be childish, not over petty and hold grudges. And yeah, when you want to have parties the next time, or you want to go wine tasting and whatnot, and you're still holding garage doors, you will take those garage doors as company.
Oh wow. Okay. So that means that not inviting you.
I mean, you didn't invite me for the last one you had.
That was a surprise party, and I was not the one doing it. So please.
Which you knew.
Lohan, I did not know it was a surprise party.
Which you knew.
How
you want me to drop files? I can and I will.
You are ruining.
You just acted surprised, and I commend you. I
hate you. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I love you. And I'm hanging up. I am gone.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and so you can get notification for all our new episodes. And also the podcast is available across all major streaming podcast platforms. Your what is the other one? That green app.
The green app is Spotify.
The music app. What is it called?
The music app. The green app is Spotify.
Yeah, the green app. That's Spotify. Yeah. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Crowdcast. Is Crowdcast? No, that's a different app. But Pocket Cast and all of that. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And we'll talk again next week. Yeah, what? From me. What?
From you, yes. From you, continue.
From me and my co-host. Bye, guys. And also don't forget to stream Renaissance.
Oh, please, guys. On Friday, listen.
If you can't do it for Beyonce, do it for Debalo's birthday.
Please, please. I appreciate it.
You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
Yeah, you won't break my soul. You've been trying to break my soul, but you've been trying to break my soul. But I will not give you the satisfaction at all. Heart hits away. Yeah.